Hello everybody and welcome to Daily Entomologist, and this video we're going to be doing some blacklighting. So right now it's more of a choice of where I want to set up. I don't know if I want to like just put it up right here so I'd have like all this. I think that might be a decent plan. Or the other option is to set up over here and get more of the valley up in here as well, but kind of block out this area. So I'm not sure. I mean, I could just do sideways right here. So I have up in that valley, over there, and over there as well. So that's probably going to be the best option to get like as much area on in one location as possible. So I think that's gonna be my So I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be my best bet. I've been out here for a little bit already, doing some collecting, and I'm assuming after tonight I might, with everything I catch and collect tonight, I'll be able to reach a milestone in my collection. But so this is everything I've caught so far this evening. It's kind of dirty because I have some blister beetles in there and they secreted their stuff when I put them in here. But got some good beetles there. Now I get everything set up for the black light. Alright, so got it all set up here. So the lights right here, got the valley there, or the gulch right there, got this whole area right here, all in the sight of the black light, so I feel we got some pretty good coverage here. I'm gonna try something different. I saw a video on this on YouTube, so I'm gonna give it a whirl. I'm just gonna fill this Tupperware container with some alcohol, and see how that works. And if it works well, like the insects will just fly right into that and just, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Hopefully it'll work and some good results will come of it. Just some weight stuff here. I got some kill jars. Got my golf shoes, a jar up there, and the battery holding up here is the black light. This is the setup to the black light. The black light attaches to that. I got a converter here, and then those will attach to the battery. Sorry about that. So it's going to be, well, basically just be set up like that. Pretty simple. Obviously my bait, I got my net, my field journal there, tweezers, and I brought my syringe there in case I find like sphinx moths or silk moths or something. I can inject those right away so they're not causing a big problem. So I got all that. I got myself some water, pins, styrofoam in case I want to pin stuff out as I catch them. Got my camera for pictures, and so I should be all set, and I'll get this going here pretty quick. Alright, so it's been an hour since I turned on the light. So as you can see, it's been really slow so far. But looks like we do have a couple things on here at least. It's like a caddisfly. We got a moth in there. A couple small things. Now the one thing I am curious about this trap here is the guy who the video I watched. He says he's been fine as long as you let the wings and the specimen dry out, that the moth specimens have turned out just fine when he's collected them like this. So that's what I'm more curious about, to see if I can get the good results from that as well. Let's see. Got a moth right there. Really pretty moth right there. I got some small flies. Looks like another caddisfly there. So I'm gonna grab my camera, get pictures of some of these, because I want to get photos of them as well. Just doing a quick check over on the vehicle, see if anything's flying somewhere else. Nope. So that's pretty much it for insects so far. Alright, so it is now just after 10 o'clock. A few more things now have been flying in. As you see, got a few more moths here in the alcohol there. Some good ones too, so I'm hoping that turns out. Couple moths there. Got some small moths. Some more caddisflies. And the wind decided to pick up slightly, so that's been making it a pain to try and get photos. I got a crane fly right there. Got a really cool moth there. And a sphinx moth flew in right there. So I'm definitely keeping that. So I got the syringe all ready to go. Just have to get in the net first and take care of that. Moths there. That moth is interesting, so I'll probably keep that one. There's a couple other bigger moths about that size I've been flying around too. So I'm gonna keep an eye out and start grabbing a couple now. I'm hoping start really picking up now more and more. It is cool out, so I'm not really sure how the night's gonna turn out, but yeah, at least we got a little more stuff coming in now. Alright, so my hope actually came to fruition. Well, this one just showed up. There you go. Beautiful moth right there. So I'm definitely going to be trying to get that one. But what's in the net right now, so excuse the handling right now for a minute. So it's not in the best shape. We have a Columbia silk moth. Looks really similar to a Cecropia moth. But I unfortunately kind of need to redo the alcohol. But this will be the very first specimen in my collection, so I mean, it could be in the worst shape. It's actually not terrible. Some frayed edges to the wings, as you can see there. But it is what it is. I heard it flopping around, so I went and got it. So I just got that one and that, and so night's moving on pretty decent now. Alright, so I'm gonna be packing it in here in just a little bit, but so we got another sphinx moth. That's 3 sphinx species this evening. I already dispatched it, and in one of the containers here, voila, that beautiful Io moth. That's quite exciting, actually. That's 2 silk moths right there this evening as well. So I'm gonna go ahead, try and get out, and hopefully it won't get away on me. Alright, so I got the moth successfully. And before I put it away, I just wanted to show you how beautiful the species is. I mean, those eye spots are absolutely amazing. This one is in fantastic condition too. So I'm really happy with that. That's awesome right there. So I'll go ahead, get these away. Like I said, I'll be packing it up here pretty soon. So far, I think it's been a pretty successful night. Alright, so it's the next morning. I got the larger stuff, or the larger moths, the saints and silk moths pinned out already. All these moths are the ones that were caught in the container of alcohol. And from the looks of it, they all actually turned out really well. So as you can see, they look just like they did normally. So I think that little experiment was a complete success. They've been drying since last night, since I got back. It is important to make sure they dry thoroughly and the alcohol evaporates. I mean, yeah. I guess I really have no complaints about that. Now I just need to spread them. But yeah. Not too bad. I guess that means I'm going to start doing that method more now. Since they actually look better in here, like this, than in the kill jars when I have like condensation build up inside of it and they get stuck to the glass and everything. These ones actually look better than a lot of specimens I get from that. So I'm gonna start doing this more now. Yeah. So I'm gonna set a couple aside for my friend, because I said I'll start getting him some moths as well. But a lot of these I'm gonna spread out now. Alright, so I got everything pinned out that I collected this past week. This was a few days ago. Just went around the neighborhood yard in our park here and collected a bunch of flies. Also a couple other things. There was a cicada there. I think I'm going to try and really go hard for some flies this weekend out collecting. Couple things right there. All this is stuff I collected last evening when I was doing the black lights. Most of these actually weren't at the black light. These were out walking around before the black light there. Here are the moths that were collected in the alcohol container. They all spread just normally. They retain their color and everything. So, as I mentioned before, that I'm gonna start doing that more out when I'm blacklighting. Make it a whole lot easier to collect a bunch of moths all at once. Even when they dried out, their hair tufts and everything went back to normal, and all turned out really nice. So these ones I got, I spread normally. The large moths, I actually just went ahead and used pins. Because it's just easier for me. These were actually collected last week here in the yard. Well, actually, this was from the neighbor's yard that they gave me. A couple things right there. These moths here were all at the blacklight last night. So they're all spread out now. I only use the pins to spread only on these large, bulky, really muscular moths, because for me it's easiest and works just fine. For the smaller moths and everything, I use this method. But yeah, that's just my personal preference. You do get little tiny holes in the wings from the pins, but since these are such large specimens, it's hardly noticeable compared to these ones. Yeah, and that's pretty much what I've been working on today. So just in time to get a bunch more this weekend. Alright, so I have some fantastic news. With all the insects I pinned out today that I collected this past weekend, and including the stuff I got black lighting last night, I reached a new milestone in the collection. The specimen count is now over 20,000. 20,045, give or take a couple, as of today, or the 12th of June of 2020. But it's been a long time making, and I guess now I can set my sights on reaching 30,000, and hopefully continue getting some fantastic specimens. Hope it's been interesting watching my collection grow, but for now, first off, honestly, we'll be doing a lot more collecting videos now. Hopefully get videos out with more regularity, as these past couple have been. But I think to end this video, pour myself a glass of whiskey. And cheers. Just hits the spot. So, I'll see you guys next time. Comment, like, subscribe, and keep on bugging. Cheers.